I'm a writer, and I write about sex and gender, and I do classes on sex and gender, but in a kind of unconventional way, because I come from a really personal perspective on all this. I got into this in this kind of incarnation because I was in a relationship with my college girlfriend, and we were together for 4 years. We moved to New York City together, and we we totally stopped having sex, and it was really miserable for me. Any given time that I wanted to have sex, I would either write erotica or I would go to the gym. And so I wrote a lot of erotica, and I didn't go to the gym. and that was really fun. And I started publishing it online. And studied formally at the University of Washington. I spent 6 years in Seattle, and at Bent, which is the Writing Institute for Queers in Seattle, which I love and I highly recommend. I've always really loved language and poetry and the weight of certain words. So a lot of what I was coming into also had to do with claiming language for myself and claiming words for myself. And I came to some fundamental kind of understandings of definitions of words and the ways that identity functions and is structured, and that we develop our own identities through some of these processes, watching myself go through it and kind of trying to learn how to get myself to places that I was aiming. So I have so much to tell you, but also I want to know what's up with you all, how things are going around your sexuality and gender adventures, because that's really the reason why I do this stuff, is because I really love to hear, ooh, and then this happened, and then this, and then I thought this was my gender, but actually it's this, and now I'm a, one-armed unicorn gender, or whatever. And I'm like, that's amazing. I don't know what that means, but I love it. The premise here is that once I got more and more and more in touch with my own gender, that my sexuality started shifting. And once I got more and more in touch with my sexuality, my gender started shifting, and that those two things kind of pull to each other. And for most people, I think we have this sense that gender's kind of invisible, that we don't, that it's just kind of something that we are and do, and we don't give a whole ton of thought about it. And I go the opposite to almost a fetishizing of gender. So intentional gender is really hot. I think knowing what gender is and how it works in this world is really important, because of the ways that it can be so oppressive and damaging to people. I still have trouble with that at times. It's not like it just goes away magically, or you reach some holy grail and you have the gold bracelet now. It's still hard. It's still, all these things are still hard. I guess we just get a little better at our own abilities to communicate things. I really want to encourage that. So there's like the gender studies part of all this dissecting and deconstructing. It's your chromosomes, it's your hormones, it's your body, it's your sex organs, it's all of these factors on your body. But it also has this, what I call, for lack of a better word, internal gender, where sometimes you can feel this kind of click of just like, I put on this jacket and this works. I love it. This is totally me. But there's also, the lipstick and the earrings and the loafers and the tie or the polo shirts or the vests or the other fabulous earrings or the glasses or like whatever kind of look and intention and, visual communication that you're cultivating on your body. I think it's fascinating, and I'm really interested in like what that would look like if we had more room in this culture, not in this room, but in the culture in general. So with that, the question is, the writing prompt is, if I knew what my gender was, it would be. And then I'm a spoken word poet, and I do that kind of thing too. These boots, combined with my recently shorn hair, remember of the gender I find digging through my unconscious mind. Know you can survive this. One that can distill truths down to such simple depths that your heart softens and liquefies. Your life on the outside falls away, and all you feel is the poem, the line, the phrase, the word, the syllable, the the tongue against the teeth, or the pooling of the tongue at the bottom of the mouth. Poem, my chosen instrument, my body, my tone, my placement. This poem, I'm putting it out there. You can decide if you came here tonight, found the right one.